Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another crypto tier list. This time taking a look at a very hot emerging new meta, and that is stock to meme. We know about the $1 billion plus coin SPX 6900. Well, there's a lot of different ones here, and we're going to be taking a look at some of these are newer, some of them are a little bit older, but we're going to be looking at all of them. And I will begin with the main one, which is SPX 6900. So right now we are either on the verge, it looks like we're on the verge of creating a new all-time high with SPX 6900. It's at around 1.4, 1.5 billion in terms of total market cap, with a total price right now of $1.55. So with that in mind, with it being almost at an all-time high, taking a look at the last 3 months, it's been an impressive 3.5x, considering the market cap was already around 400 million 3 months ago. SPX 6900, I do think, can do around a 30 to a 50x. It would be great for this coin to go as high as possible for the rest of the sector. And so anywhere from $30 to $50, 30x to 50x, you could argue, but it is very high in terms of market cap. And I know people are saying, well, there's more money in circulation, the coin's going to do a lot better than some of the top memes in the 2021 cycle. With the fact that there's more of an embrace of crypto, people are saying 100 billion. They're saying even more, possibly. Flip the stock market, flip the S&P 500. So I understand, but it's hard to say, oh, this coin, I mean, you could say 50x for sure. It's hard to say 100 just because there's been no meme that's reached 100 billion in terms of market cap. Doge went to around like 79 or 80. Looking at the next one, we'll go to the CSI 888. So this one is based around the Shanghai stock market, I believe. It's on here, right? Taking a look at it, around 184K in terms of market cap. A lot of bot trading activity on coins like this, lower cap Ethereum coins. The coin has definitely been kind of in an accumulation window. It was all the way down around 100K. It's back up to 184 right now. It actually did. I'm surprised it's down. Pretty much all these coins are up outside of this one. But yeah, this coin recently has been trading very negatively. You're looking at a market cap of about sub 200K or around 200K with a high of around 10 million. You know, this narrative catching on, you're talking about the China involvement, the Shanghai involvement. We could see it for sure with the CSI 888. So with a coin like this, I'm going to move this over here. With a coin like this, it's hard to really say. I'll say a 30x, but it could do a lot better. If you're talking about 200K back to its highs, you would be talking about maybe a 50x, honestly. I mean, when you think about it, because think about it, it goes back to 10 million. I like the CSI 888, especially where its current market cap is. There's no guarantee it will. I mean, SPX is a lot safer of a play than the CSI. When you predict these things, though, it's based, and I'm going to bring it back down to a 30x, just because, you know, the coin isn't nearly alive, and it's not acting like a lot of the other stock to meme coins right now. Moving on to the DXY, this is the dgen index 6900, US dgen index sitting above 600K. This coin is starting to wake up. It's reacting very well. We've seen several of these stock to meme coins do this. So this is a coin that's done about a 2x within the last month. It's got a very solid 3-month chart as well. When you look at it, I think it was around 130, 150K. It's done about a 3.5x. The community is growing. It's a small community, but it's growing. They do have the movement of trying to flip the dollar, which is the DXY in real life. And so this is a coin I think is going to do very well. I could see this coin very easily doing 100x. 100x would only be, at this point, around 10 cents or less than 10 cents. So yeah, it'd be around 6 cents. So I think this coin could very easily, you're talking about 600K to 60 million, and then possibly even more. I mean, going to a billion is a giant leap. The coin is growing. Yes, it is a lot of predictions. It is, who really knows? But I think the coin's going to do very well. Looking at SPX 2.0, the story with this one of the original devs was kicked out of the project on the original coin, and he launched this 2.0 variant in the fall when a lot of the other stock to memes in the sector were being created. This is a coin that recently did pump to around 1.5, 1.6 million. It does have a high right when it entered CoinGecko, at least on here, of around 6 or 7 million. I believe its actual high is around 8.5 million, but it wasn't on CoinGecko yet. It did have a large accumulation, and it's kind of been revived a little bit, sitting at around 500K. I think this coin's going to do very, very well. If you look at SPX, and if SPX goes to 30 or 40 billion, it's going to be able to support a coin like this in its sector. Now, there's going to be other branches off of SPX for sure that probably retain certain market caps that could take some volume away from this coin, but I think this coin's going to do very, very well. I mean, it goes to 50 million. You're talking about 100x right there. I think the coin's going to do very well. Next, you've got MicroStrategy 2100, or just Strategy 2100, because they changed the branding of it. So this coin did have a pretty crazy run initially. This is one of the rare stock to meme coins that had a pretty high market cap. Most of them only went to 9 or 10 million outside of the SPX. But this coin went to around 60, 70 million in terms of market cap. It does have the total supply of 21 million, which mirrors Bitcoin. And so I think this coin is going to do pretty well. I think the coin will probably do around a 30x. People could say it could do a 100x or a 50x. It just depends on what you like. The problem with this coin is it was MicroStrategy, but then Michael Saylor rebranded to just Strategy. And so the coin, the ticker is kind of off in terms of that. Next, you've got another, I don't think this one is even in the narrative, but or at least it's not in the sector there in terms of the stock to meme. This is based SPX 6900, so this is just the based variant. I'm sure you guys have heard of based Fartcoin, you've heard of based Pepe, there's other base variants. Some of these coins are at 20, 30, 40 million. This coin is sitting at 440K. They are growing, they're building, they're a small community right now, but it is sub 500K. It's an interesting option. I'm going to say it does a 50x. You've got VIX 777. I like VIX. You know, I don't own it. I was going to buy it when it was around 100K. I didn't do it. VIX 777, another small community. Volatility index of the S&P. It kind of fits the narrative. And so you can see this is a coin that recently has had a little bit of a resurgence. It's seen, actually the coins has struggled a little bit recently, but I think over 3 months it's gone up, I believe. Yeah, see, over 3 months it's had some more positive price action, going from around 100K to where it is right now at around 300K, a little 3x. At a certain point it did a 5x, but sitting at around 280K with a high, I believe it's high. This is a coin that's very, very old. It's not going to show up on here because it got added later, but this coin I think is around 2 years old, believe it or not. So there's some very interesting, let me actually see how old this coin is. Not that it matters too much, but it is a marketing tactic for them to do this. Yeah, if you pull this up, it's an old coin, especially for stock to meme. Yeah, this coin came out in 2023. This coin came out right after, or around right after SPX, which came out in the summer of 2023. So it's very interesting that this coin came out that early. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. You can kind of market that. I mean, that's an OG type thing. And so it went to around 2.5 million. That was its high there. Let me see, go back to here. Listen, I think the coin probably does a 50x, honestly, if I'm guessing. Next, we've got NASDAQ 420, just the ultimate blue chipper of the sector. NASDAQ 420 sitting at around 5.7 million right now. It's just been phenomenal. It keeps creating higher lows, higher highs. You take a look at the last month. I mean, this type of chart, this is aggressive moves, and we're seeing more and more people funnel into the coin. We're seeing more holders. Now it's been bridged to Solana. This is you look at a coin like this and you realize it's a blue chip. I mean, we're going to say right around 6 million right now. What is the coin going to do? I mean, the coin probably does around, 500x if I had to guess, but, we'll put it in the 100x right now. I think if you're talking about SPX going to 30 or 40 billion, you've got NASDAQ 420, which the way they've built it up, there's a value in just accumulation windows and still having, I mean, a lot of these coins die out during accumulations and when they retrace. With NASDAQ 420, they were still creating, they're still, I mean, it's there and you can just see it and you can feel it. So NASDAQ 420, 5 or 600x, probably not financial advice, but even from here at 5 million, I would say it's going to do very, very well. Because think about it, we're not even close to seeing the alt dominance rise to the levels that we're expecting. If you have SPX with all of the top influencers shilling it, what do you think NASDAQ is going to do if it is the ultimate beta? You just need NASDAQ to be 10%. You just want it 10%. I mean, it's 10%, and SPX is at 10 billion. That's $1 billion from 6 million. If you can get it to 10%. Now that's a big ask. That is a big ask, but you've got NASDAQ. This next one, you've got the Doge variant. This is the Doge, I believe is what this is called. I think it's on here. It's right here. Yeah, so it's at around 17 million. This is a Solana coin. It's based off of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which I knew there would be one like this where it would come up. But yeah, this is tough just because there's a lot of money that was invested into this coin very on. It got chilled by heavy influencers. Now it's at 17 million. You know, I'm not a big fan of the branding of this coin. It does not look like the other coins. It has these dogs, I guess, because of the whole Doge thing. But I mean, Doge is like the animal sector. The animal meme sector seems to be not too big. I just don't like the way they branded this coin. I mean, listen, the coin will do well. The coin will do well, probably. It'll do a 30x, something like that. Next, we've got JME, the GameStop meme, which really is not even, when you think about it, it's not even a stock to meme coin in the sense to like the other ones in terms of the way they're styled. This coin, though, did reach around 160, 170 million. I think the coin could go to 200 or 300 million easily. So you're talking about, to me, a 30 or a 50x, something like that. We'll throw at the front end of 30x. This is the other Dow Jones. I don't even think this one is on. I'm not even sure this one is on CoinGecko. This Dow Jones 6900. This is the actual, like, yeah, it's not even on here. It'd be on, you'd have to bring this up and see. Gecko terminal. So this coin's been revived a little bit. You change to market cap, you go by day. It did have a little bit of a few pumps up to around 890k, and you can see it was all the way around 52, 53k. It's done about a 2.5x. This would be like the actual meme when it comes to stock to meme. Dow Jones and then a number, Dow Jones 6900. But this is tough because it's been undercut by the Solana one. And also, there's no team. So, I mean, the coin could do maybe a 10x, maybe something like that. We'll have to see. Next, you do have the Coin 6900. This is the Coinbase stock to meme coin. Coinbase 6900, Coin 6900. The coin just got evaporated. The coin under 40k in terms of market cap. That means basically everyone is out. It did pump and did like an 8 or a 9x. And now it's sitting at only 139k. I could see this one doing very well based on X's because of how low the market cap is right now. The team within it, I think that's pretty much dead at this point. But maybe it'll be revived. We'll have to see. I'd say maybe a 20. I mean, it's hard because it could do very well. But right now, I can't really predict it to do much. Next, you've got the NDX 6900. This is the Solana version of the NASDAQ coin. And so I actually want to see the last month how this coin is done. Not too good, honestly. Coin's sitting at 200k. Last 3 months, I would imagine it's gone down. It's been stable outside of one massive pump that you'll normally get on Solana. You know, it's the Solana variant. I'm not too high on it. Maybe it'll do well, but I'm not too high on that coin. And then you've got the Donald Trump coin. I don't think it's on here. The DJT, yeah, the DJT is not going to be on there. You're going to have to look it up on here. DJT 4700 for 47th president. Coins all the way back down to 8. This coin I thought had, yeah, there was some really good price action with this coin during a time where there wasn't a lot of things pumping on Ethereum, but it's fully retraced now. So what does that tell you? The coin pumped and did almost like a 10x back in May to early June, again, when very little was going on. Now you have the Trump narrative, you have the DJT stock narrative. The coin, you know, died out pretty quickly after the inauguration where it was around 2 million. Now it's, I mean, under 100k is very, very cheap. Will the coin be rebuilt? I mean, I was looking at the Telegram like a week ago and I was like, well, whoever got hired to show this, this is not great. Let's just say that. Now, maybe they got new people in there. I don't know. I'd say a 20x. I mean, the coin is so cheap. These two are very similar. Coins 6900 and DJT 4700 because they're so cheap in price. They could do a lot better. I mean, 10 million would be, you know, you're talking about upwards of a 50, 60x there. 10 million is not too hard. I mean, so who knows? But overall, this is kind of what I would look at in terms of how well these coins are going to do. NASDAQ 420 has, you know, you could see SPX even doing better. It just depends. But it's just hard to put SPX in an extremely high category when it's already at 1.4, 1.5 billion. But either way, guys, make sure you like the video down below. Also follow me on X. Links to that's always in the description.